Hey, what's up, everybody? The Digital Dungeon Master here. Ow! These damn mosquitoes, they're everywhere out here in this damn swamp. So this video is a module creation video where I am creating my Hellfrost player's guide. And how I envisioned this guide was I wanted every single rule, edge, hindrance, everything for players under one roof. And the way that all of the modules are in the Fantasy Grounds store, it's just not possible because I would have to have players opening up the core rulebook. I'd have to have them open up the Hellfrost Player's Guide, the Razzlein Expansion 1, the Razzlein Expansion 2, and I just went ahead and I decided to bite the bullet and just take on this massive undertaking and create a player's guide that's going to have everything under one roof. So I've got the core book in here, the Savage Worlds Deluxe Core Rulebook, and I literally put the entire section in for players. Everything. And then I made a base Savage Worlds Player's Guide. Has everything from every edge, hindrance, all the skills, all the rules, all the mechanics, everything. And then I went ahead and after I made this base, then I took out everything pertaining to Hellfrost that wasn't needed from the core book. I took everything out after I made a copy, of course. And then I went ahead, and then after I got that done, and that included changing all of the powers, because there's no spell points in Hellfrost, so I had to go through all the powers, make sure all the powers were done right, with no power points, rechange the wording. I mean, it was a massive undertaking. Then I went ahead and I added the Hellfrost Player's Guide. And I put this right on top of everything in the core book. And the Hellfrost Player's Guide actually has a lot of modifications to stuff from the core rules. And now all the players can access all of the edges and the hindrances and everything else, the changes to the skills, without having to open up two different modules. Then I went ahead and then I took the Razzlein Expansion 1 and the Razzlein Expansion 2, and I added in all that stuff. So there are now quite a few hundred edges and hindrances that are available for all of my players, and that's through 4 different sources. And the great thing about this is that it's all under one roof. So here's a quick tour of my Hellfrost Player's Guide. Now, you'll see that I have everything under one roof, and I have it broken up into 2 sections. The first section is character creation and advancement, and all the players have to do is just click on character creation, and it has everything step by step as what it is in either the Hellfrost Player's Handbook and the Savage Worlds, because it's so close. But Hellfrost does add a couple more things, so I had to modify it from core to match Hellfrost. So as you can see, the player will just scroll down, and it has everything from, here's all of the languages of Razzlein, to all of the hindrances, which is, there are a ton now. And here are all the edges, and I broke all the edges up into categories, whether they be background or combat edges or social edges or the new disciple edges for the miracle casters, which are clerics or paladins. All kinds of legendary power. So you can see that there's a lot more edges now from just the core book. And of course that was edges and hindrances from the Hellfrost Player's Book and the Razzlein Expansion 1 and 2. So there is a massive amount of character customization now for my Hellfrost players. And the second section is the rules. And this is where these are the rules in descending alphabetical order from A to Z. Everything from, if you want to know about acing in Savage Worlds, just click on acing, and it tells the player about acing. If you want to know about how bennies work, just click on bennies. If you want to know about defending or damaging, just click on that stuff. And everything is in alphabetical order. And I also added in all the special Hellfrost stuff, which is Hellfrost, and then everything from ancestry to boasting, favors, gear, all the way down to underground exploration. And then everything magic-wise, I just wanted to keep it in alphabetical order with magic, and then it breaks it up into the arcane backgrounds and then also the miracle backgrounds. And it's really nice. The players can just go A to Z and find out anything. And like I said, everything that didn't pertain to Hellfrost, like all of the futuristic Savage World stuff, the modern day stuff, I took all that stuff out. So it's just 100% Hellfrost. So there you go. There's a quick tour. And I also wanted to show you over here on the right-hand side, everything is drag and drop too. So, you know, if you go to the edges or the hindrances, you can just go and just take whatever edge you want, either from there or the actual main handout on the index there, and you can just drag and drop all that stuff onto the Hellfrost Savage Worlds character sheet. So I wanted to make it as easy as I could for my players, because having to go through 4 different supplements to find how you want to make your character can get pretty tedious. So that's why I put it all under one roof. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. A lot of you guys were asking, hey, can you kind of explain this a little bit instead of just putting these time-lapse videos? So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And plus, you guys can build your own like this. It's actually a lot of work, but once you do it once, that's it. Just make sure you save your work and back it up in a couple different places. So there you go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.